You walk down the street, the glow of neon signs casting a strange pallor over the bustling city. The night is young, and the air buzzes with a strange energy. You've been searching for something to break the monotony, a thrill that will shake you from the routine that's been suffocating you for months. As you wander, a flicker of light catches your eye, a high-end boutique, its window display illuminated in a way that seems to call out only to you. There, behind the glass, sits a pair of shoes. They are exquisite, unlike anything you've ever seen. The leather shimmers with an otherworldly sheen, the deep, rich color almost seeming to absorb the light around it. You stop in your tracks, unable to tear your gaze away. It's as if the shoes have reached out and seized something deep within you, some dormant part of your soul that now pulses with a longing so intense it's almost painful. Before you realize what you're doing, you push open the door and step inside. The cool air washes over you, carrying the scent of leather and faint traces of perfume. The store is deserted, silent but for the soft hum of distant traffic. You hesitate, suddenly unsure, but the shoes pull at you, their allure too strong to resist. You approach them, each step slow and deliberate, as if in a trance. The shoes are even more stunning up close, their craftsmanship flawless, the design sleek and perfect. They beckon to you, and when you pick them up, you are startled to find they are warm to the touch, almost alive. The realization should alarm you, but it doesn't. Instead, a strange sense of inevitability settles over you. You glance around, the absence of a clerk or any other customers hardly registering. All that matters are the shoes. You sit down on a plush leather bench, pulling off your worn-out sneakers without a second thought. As you slide your feet into the new shoes, a shiver runs up your spine. They fit perfectly, as though they were made just for you. Standing up, you catch your reflection in a nearby mirror. The transformation is instant, profound. You look different, stronger, more confident, more powerful. Days pass, and the shoes quickly become a part of you. At first, it's subtle. They're incredibly comfortable, more so than any other shoes you've ever owned. They move with you, almost as if they anticipate your every step, every turn. You begin to notice how people look at you, their eyes drawn to the shoes. Their gazes feel almost intrusive, and a protective instinct flares within you, fierce and irrational. When a colleague compliments the shoes and asks where you got them, you brush off the question, an edge of irritation creeping into your voice. Weeks slip by, and the shoes grow more inseparable from you with each passing day. They are always on your feet, even at home. You no longer think of taking them off. The idea doesn't even occur to you. But something else begins to creep into your mind. Dark thoughts that twist and coil like serpents. You start avoiding people, their curious looks now unbearable, their compliments feeling more like threats. Every glance, every comment, every fleeting touch of their eyes on your shoes feeds the anger building inside you. One night, you find yourself sitting alone in your apartment, the lights off, the only illumination coming from the street below. The shoes hum softly, a constant low vibration that you can feel more than hear. It's comforting in a way, like a heartbeat that matches your own. But there's something else in that hum, something dark and insidious. It whispers to you, urging you to act on the anger that's been festering, to protect what is yours by any means necessary. The first time it happens, it's like a dream. You're walking home late at night, the city's noise reduced to a distant murmur. The alley is dark, a shortcut you've taken countless times before. But tonight there's someone else there. A man, lurking in the shadows. He steps forward, his eyes locking onto your shoes, and you feel it again, that surge of possessive rage. He smiles, a greedy, predatory smile, and asks if he can try them on. Before you can think, before you can stop yourself, you're on him, your hands around his throat. The scream that rips from your throat is raw, primal. The shoes pulse with satisfaction, feeding on the violence, urging you on. When it's over, you stare down at the man's lifeless body, your chest heaving, your hands slick with blood. Horror washes over you, but it's distant. muted by the sense of grim satisfaction that the shoes radiate. You stumble back, your mind reeling, but the shoes are calm, their grip on your feet unyielding. There's no turning back now. You know that, even as you run, even as you find yourself back at the boutique where this nightmare began. The door is unlocked, the store eerily quiet. Desperation claws at you, and you fall to the ground, clawing at the shoes, trying to wrench them off. They fight you, the laces tightening, digging into your skin. But finally, with a desperate, guttural cry, you manage to tear them off. You leave them there, in the center of the store, and flee into the night, barefoot and trembling. The next day, you wake in your bed, your feet sore and bruised, your mind a blur of fear and disbelief. It takes all your strength to get through the day, but as you walk past the boutique on your way home, you freeze. The window display has changed. The shoes are back, polished and perfect, sitting in the center like a prize waiting for its next owner. Your heart races, a cold sweat breaking out on your skin. You know what they are, what they can do, but you can't tear your eyes away. For days you avoid that street, taking long detours to avoid the sight of them. But it's no use. They haunt your thoughts, creeping into your dreams, calling to you with a pull you can't resist. You try to ignore it, try to forget, but the connection is too strong. And then, one morning, as you scroll through the news, your blood turns to ice. A woman has been arrested, charged with a violent assault. The details are vague, but you know, deep down you know, she was wearing the shoes, the man they found in the alley, the one they think she killed. You remember his face, twisted in pain and terror as your hands closed around his throat. The shoes have found their new victim, and the cycle has begun again. And then one night, you come home to find them, sitting in the middle of your living room, pristine and perfect, as if they've never left. Your heart pounds in your chest, your breath catching in your throat. You don't know how they got there, and you don't care. All you know is that they're back, and this time there's no escape. As you slip them back on, the familiar hum returns, wrapping around you like a comforting embrace. The fear fades, replaced by a cold, numb acceptance. You walk to the mirror, staring at your reflection. The shoes look as perfect as they did the first time you tried them on, as if nothing has changed. But you have changed. You see it in your eyes, the darkness that has taken root, the malice that now lies just beneath the surface. You know what's coming, what the shoes will make you do. You know the cycle will continue, that more blood will be shed, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. And so, you wait. You wait for the next victim, the next soul who dares to covet what is yours. The shoes hum softly, a dark lullaby that lulls you into a false sense of peace. The waiting is the worst part, the anticipation, the knowing. But when the time comes, you'll be ready. The shoes will guide you and you will obey because that's what you do now. That's what you are. The shoes smile in the reflection, their sinister gleam matching the darkness in your eyes. The cycle begins anew. And deep down, you know it will never end.